All right. Welcome back.
Welcome back, everybody.
How are you?
Exhausted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, busy couple weeks we've had.
Yeah.
I had to travel, and you're stuck with the kids. Everybody was starting to somewhat feel better, but we're coming into holidays now, so we've been trying to arrange that, trying to figure out what's what.
Yeah. So my poor aunt who helped us out when the kids were in the hospital is still sick. And so normally she would host Thanksgiving, and she that's what I grew up with. Like, that was my family tradition. She hosted Thanksgiving, and it was, she sets up like these big long tables and decorates them. Like, it's such a core memory for me. And so I was super bummed that she asked for somebody else to host it this year. So then my cousin was going to host it, but we realized with it being like a smaller gathering and us being the only ones that have small children, like, it
Didn't make sense.
Yeah. Makes the most sense that we host it so that we can just nap them here. Their toys are here. Their high chairs are here.
It's safe here. It's a safe place.
Yeah. So.
Because otherwise, you got to pack up every single thing.
Oh, gosh.
You got to pack up all the, some toys. You got to pack up the food. You got to pack up the high chairs, the pack and plays, the sound machines,
And my aunt has a lot of that at her house. Like, she already has high chairs. She already has pack and plays. She already has sound machines. Like, she has baby food.
Yeah.
She has a lot because we see her quite often. But, yeah, so as of Sunday, I found out I will host Thanksgiving on Thursday.
Mm-hmm. So you've been scrambling to try and figure that out and figure out what you're going to cook and what you're going to need. So you spent a good chunk of the afternoon yesterday at the grocery store trying to figure that out.
Which was the zoo.
Yeah, you said that they had police.
They had police coordinating the parking lot, like
That's
the
crazy.
entrances and exits and everything. I was like, what?
Yeah, that wasn't something that they would do in Arizona.
No, it was just free for all.
But
it should be good. I'm kind of excited. I last hosted Thanksgiving in 2019.
yeah, the past few Thanksgivings we haven't done anything. Like,
No.
well, you've been pregnant.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
Like, you're just constantly pregnant. So it's like perpetual.
Well, so 2020, I was pregnant.
With
And it was 2020. And COVID was still, like, very, very,
a thing.
Big. And I was pregnant. And I was like, probably not a great idea to be around a lot of people.
I'm pretty sure we ordered a pizza.
Probably, yeah. 2021. I don't remember what we did.
I don't think we did anything.
I'm like, did we go to your mom's?
We might have.
Rhett was under 1. I feel like maybe we swung by or like stopped by her house.
But it was a very quick thing.
Yeah.
Because we were still worried about him getting sick, and
Yeah.
plus my mom's house, it's not necessarily the most comfortable thing in the world.
2022, I was super pregnant.
Yeah, I promise you, I think we ordered Chinese food.
Oh, I remember our nanny dropped off like a bottle of wine with a little like stuffed turkey that sits on top of it.
Yep.
And she dropped off like some like dairy-free snacks and desserts and stuff.
Yep.
So sweet.
Yeah, she did.
But yeah, no, we pretty much just stayed home.
Yeah, we ate Chinese food. Like, we haven't had a real Thanksgiving in probably 4 years.
2019 was the last one, and we hosted. Go figure.
Yeah.
The last Thanksgiving we had, I hosted.
Yeah, and I don't even think we cooked, like, the normal meals, because I think at the time we were keto.
Yeah, we were.
So everything that we ate was keto-friendly.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it was really good keto friendly.
But now you're getting to a place where you can actually you're starting to work in dairy again, and
yeah.
so we're gonna do a traditional Thanksgiving this year.
Are you excited for my cooking?
I am. You're an awesome cook.
So, what did I say last night? I was like, I want to make bougie food. There's so
what you're doing?
I know, because like, I'm not a home style cook, like a warm southern. I'm not that type of cook, I guess. I'm more of like make it fancy.
Mm-hmm.
Cook.
Well, I'm just gonna. Here's the credit card, and I'm gonna. I'll take care of the kids. I'm gonna, be out of your way.
Yeah. On an exciting note, we closed a land transaction.
Yeah, we did.
All the paperwork's been signed. So exciting.
Yep.
And it was one that, like, we didn't even think we were going to be able to sell.
Yeah, it was one of those impossible properties. Actually, all of them, but the ones that we've sold have been that way.
Yeah.
Property, and they'll tell you that. Like,
yeah.
It's always the properties you think aren't going to sell are going to be the ones that sell. It's really interesting. No, it's a huge morale booster for us because we've been hustling and working really hard, and it's nice to see some of our efforts pay off.
Mm-hmm. It's just exciting. Like
it's a step in the right direction.
If you don't know, if you haven't tuned in on previous episodes, so we in the last 9 months got into land investing, like nationwide, and we've started that company, and we have actually been fairly successful with it. Like, by kind of standards of how long it takes people to grow their business, like, we've done pretty well.
Well, and it wasn't like we just one day were like, hey, we want to do this. We were trying to find something that worked for us and our business model, and we wanted to find something that worked for our family model, because we needed something that gave us the freedom to spend time with our children and ourselves, right? Although all we do is spend time with children right now. So, but I mean, it's definitely been a blessing, and I'm glad we were able to be in a position to do it. Still a long road ahead of us, for sure, but we have had some wins over the 9 months, which have been great morale boosters. Yeah. And then we've had some lows. That's
the nature of business,
that's
anyway.
the nature of entrepreneurship.
So that's pretty exciting. That happened last week. So that's really, really awesome. What else we got going on?
You put up the tree in like October.
I did.
She put up the Christmas tree in October, and it's just been sitting here barren. I've been staring at it.
It's not barren. It has lights on it.
And it's leaning. And I had to fix the lean because it drove me nuts. But we have a Christmas tree. We've had a Christmas tree since like before Halloween.
It's beautiful.
Yeah,
I don't know. It was weird. Like the last 3 or 4 days, you got on this kick about you want the house decorated for Christmas.
Because we haven't done it. We haven't done it.
I know, but it's not even Thanksgiving.
But even the past few years, we don't really decorate the house.
Yeah.
I mean, we just...
Last year, the tree got a whole lot of nothing.
Well, it always feels like... It's ironic because we were living in Arizona where it's hot, but it felt like a cold Christmas, right? Like, not like temperature cold, just very... Not the warm, homey, cozy Christmas that I had envisioned, and I want that. I want that for our kids, because those were my house growing up was not necessarily warm and cozy. I mean, my mom tried to do the best she did. She went all out on decorating and stuff, and my dad would put up lights, and we had the tree, and she did really well. I mean, it felt pretty, but I want our kids. I know our kids are going to have those lasting memories, so I want to be able to provide that for them. Now, I mean, like the exterior stuff, like the exterior decorations, I don't know how much we're going to be able to do. You've got some cool ideas that I'm interested to see play out. We'll see when they get done. But, if being, having 2 little ones and being at this point or at this season in our lives where we want, or we need to have our comforts and our, for our children and for us, why not, have that fun here? And make it cozy, make it comfortable.
I felt bad because you really want one of those little enchanted villages, Apartment 56 Enchanted Village.
But we also have kids.
So. We got tiny kids, and they're like a porcelain ceramic or something.
Yeah.
Maybe
when they get older.
When they're a little older, because I used to.
The old house would have been perfect for it. My mantle.
Oh yeah.
Put them right on top of the mantle where they can't get them.
I used to do it, so we had one growing up, and I used to do it we had all the styrofoam base and I had like cut the base, like shaved it to like be like mountain slopes and stuff like that. Like we went all out.
Yeah. I just always said, they're very Christmassy and they're very, the wreaths and the garland and, we got grubby hands here and we've got one of them, the youngest one. Like, I think Rhett would pretty much leave it alone. I'm surprised they've left the tree alone, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But
Definitely.
Arlo is at a place where he grabs and he's got the little baby grip in the jaws of death. Like he just grabs on, like he does it with my chest hair. He does it with my beard hair. Like he's just grabs and just doesn't let go. And he's at that point where you can't really have anything. What did he do the other day? He had his little breathing or his little nose sucker that was plugged in, and he pulled it, or he grabbed the cord and just walked and pulled it off the counter onto his head.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, come on, man. Yeah. But no, I've always wanted to give that to them. I was really hoping that we would get maybe a white Christmas this year. I don't know that we're going to get that. Because we did that when we were in Arizona. We went up and rented a cabin and went up to Flagstaff and had a white Christmas. But I want to say I've never lived anywhere where it snowed. I mean, I remember summers where you'd wake up in the morning and be 100 degrees because you're in Phoenix, Arizona. I mean, it was hot there.
Yeah.
And Christmas never really felt like Christmas there.
Entirely palm trees.
You got palm trees and fucking cactus, and your pool's only 75 degrees, and I mean in the winter you get a little bit colder, but it just never really felt like Christmas in Arizona to me. It was just, there was no seasons like out here.
It's cold,
and I got to experience all the leaves changing. We have some trees right outside the door here that are like a burnt orange, the most beautiful trees I've ever seen in my life. They're so cool to see.
They like glow.
It's just a different feeling here for the holidays. And I'm really excited to go check out some of these like smaller towns out here.
Yeah.
Because it's almost like the Hallmark stuff.
Yeah.
And then I really would love to see some snow. Like I've been like watching the weather every day, and like towards the end of the month, it looks like we might have possibility of some snow showers one night, and I'm like looking forward to it. And everybody else,
I'm going to set my alarm and get up and
right. Everybody else is like, no snow, and I'm like, yeah, come on, snow. I'm just so excited for it because I mean, I came from a climate that was hot and dry.
Yeah.
I mean, this is just hot and wet, and you get the snow every once in a while, but it's something I'm looking forward to actually experience that type of Christmas, to just be, and not just visiting it, right? I get to wake up in the morning and be like, oh, fuck, I got to go out and shovel snow,
Yeah.
I want to have that burden.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To get my kid.
Out.
Yeah, but I want to have that burden.
Yeah.
I've got this, they left me with this giant snow shovel, and I'm like, the fuck am I going to use this thing for?
Snow.
Yeah, if it ever snows. But I still don't believe it snows that much here.
It'll probably be the year we get the blizzard.
Probably.
The nor'easter.
Yeah. It shuts down the house.
Oh, damn it.
But I don't know. There's just certain things about the holidays that, I mean, as I get older, there's certain things that, me and you, we're doing what we're calling a lean Christmas. Mm-hmm. We're trying to, like, for each other, like, I think we gave ourselves a budget, and we're buying, we're going to buy each other gifts that we want, right? Yeah. That we've already said, hey, this is what I want. Just make it really easy, and we're not going to...
Shout out to Kizik's sneakers.
Yep, Kizik's for sure.
We love them. They're so
We get them, I think the past, 3 Christmases, we've bought...
Since we found out about them.
Yeah, the past 3 Christmases, we buy ourselves... It's like our tradition. Mm-hmm. That's our new tradition. We buy ourselves a pair... Or you buy me a pair of Kizik's, I buy you a pair of Kizik's. Mm-hmm. No, we love them. But, so I think...
the Barbie pink ones
we decided to have, a budget, and, hey, 2 items, whatever you can work into your budget. We're going to try and do a little bit more special things for the kids this year. Like the night before. Like, I saw this idea of the night before getting a Christmas box the night before Christmas, and they open it up, and it's Christmas pajamas and a piece of candy and, like a toy or something, a book or something like that. We just, something we're going to start, because we have a family now. Like, we have a little family. Not even a little family. We have a family of 5, right? We have a big family.
Yeah.
Right? So we're going to start doing this shit.
Yeah.
And they're going to love it, and they're going to make those memories. That's kind of where I'm at in my life. I don't I don't need the fucking presents. I get everything I want during the year. You know, if I need something, I go get it. And typically, I don't even buy anything. But
I just buy your stuff.
yeah, you buy me stuff, but I'm like, I don't buy myself anything. But that's kind of what I really want this year is just, you know, the foods and the you know, the smells and sounds and sights, and you know, I live in a place where Christmas looks like Christmas.
Yeah.
Right? And like the seasons look like the seasons.
I would say, have you liked fall, and have you liked like the blustery cold?
Cold doesn't bother me one bit.
You've been into soups?
Yeah, I've been eating a lot more stews and a lot more soups, which is something you don't do in Arizona because it's just
not cold enough.
It's not cold enough. Like, you can't just sit there and be 100 degrees outside. I don't want to eat. Last thing I want is a hot soup. You know, here I've been doing soups. Our house is a little drafty, but
that's a new thing.
It's a new thing. Like, and honestly, like the cold, I mean, it's gotten down. I think there was a couple mornings here that got down in the 20s.
Yeah.
And it's cold, but it's not like I can't.
You noticed the steering wheel was cold the other day.
Yeah, I did notice that. Yeah,
like,
I mean, well, and that's, you know, they put all these features in these vehicles for like heated steering and stuff like that, and I'm like, what do you need that? Like, because Arizona, I mean, I guess, you know, Arizona, the desert, it gets cold. Like, it has cold, but it's not the cold like it is here. It's not a wet cold.
Yeah.
It's a dry cold. I don't know. It hasn't really felt that cold to me. But granted, we're only in November, so we'll see what happens in January.
Yeah.
Might freeze my ass off. I'll tell you then. But I also don't work outside anymore, so that helps.
Yes.
You know, I work in, I don't even have to commute. The only thing I have to do is take the kid to daycare.
Pretty much.
So I work from home. So I have my heated house and my whatever.
Warm clothes. And it's crazy to sit back sometimes. Do you ever just have this wow moment of like, we have 3 kids?
Yeah, we were going through videos last night, and you were showing me videos of Rhett when he was a baby, like newborn.
Yeah. And
when Arlo was a newborn, and I was like, it was amazing how much I blacked out.
Yeah.
Like, I went back and I was like, wow.
You just don't, your brain's like, I don't have enough space to store
what was
all
amazing?
memories.
What was amazing to me is we've only been here for, how long have we been here? 5 months, 6 months?
No, 4 months.
4 months. We've only been here for 4 months. I was looking at videos of when Arlo was first born, and Rhett was still itty bitty.
Yeah.
But now I look at Rhett, and he's grown so much. Not to mention, we got rid of his crib over the weekend, and he's sleeping in a big boy bed now. Uh-huh. Like, it's like, that was 4 months ago.
Yeah.
5 months ago. 6 months ago, you know? Like, not even that, half a year ago. And he was itty bitty, and now he's like growing up. And I'm like, it's like sad. Yeah,
he's definitely like transitioning from
baby toddler to
little
like
kid
little
toddler.
Kid toddler. Yeah. So, I mean, he's a good listener, and his vocabulary
has exploded.
Yep, he's starting to talk a lot more.
Pronunciation's not great, but like vocabulary has exploded.
He knows what he wants. Like, he knows what he's asking for. He knows, like, give him direction and you tell him to do something, he does it. Like, it's really impressive. Like, it's crazy how much he's grown up in such a short amount of time.
Yeah.
Now I shout out to his daycare for that, but they've helped him a lot.
They have.
Yeah,
and Arlo's going to be 1 here in like a month.
Right?
Like 5 weeks, I think.
And he's couch surfing. He's into everything. He's got an attitude now. Yeah. He used to be like, remember he used to be your little doll baby, and he was just perfect, and now he's just, he's got attitude.
He does have attitude.
He's got attitude now.
He's observed the 2-year-old.
With his attitude.
And realizes attitude gets attention.
His way. Yeah, he gets attention if he gets his attitude, so. He squawks. He sits here and squawks.
He's a good boy, though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, shit, he sleeps for 12 hours a night. That's nice.
He took a 2.5-hour nap for you yesterday.
He did.
Oh, and when he, like, if he's sitting on your lap and you kiss the top of his head, he'll, like, throw his head back and, like, look his face up at you so that you'll kiss him again.
He's a good boy. They're both good. They're both really good boys.
Rhett's been snuggling me a lot recently.
Yeah, he has. I think
He, like, is, like, kind of into that right now.
it's good. You embrace it.
It's cute.
You know, that won't last.
I know.
It was. I don't know if it was something you sent me, but it was all about firsts and lasts with kids, and it kind of really got to me.
Yeah.
I was just like, you're right. Like, you know, it was something about dads and their firsts. You know, even the inconveniences and the nuances of parenting and fatherhood, and you know, the diapers or the snuggling or the one more book or the, you know, to us in the moment we think that it can be.
It's a grind.
It's a grind, right? And basically, it was more or less just saying that embrace those because you're going to have these, and they're going to be the last. Yeah. There's one day you're going to wake up and he's not going to ask you for one more book, or he's not going to ask you for one more bath, or he's going to be doing it on his own.
Yeah.
Right? And you only get a short amount of time to embrace that because eventually it's gone. So I've been trying to do better about reminding myself in those moments when he asks me for one more thing, like not like physical thing, but like time.
Yeah.
To just sit back and embrace those moments because there's nothing more important than that time with him. So,
I mean, a week ago, would you have guessed that he was having his last night in the crib?
No.
Right.
I mean, that came up out of nowhere. We were just like one day, okay, it's time.
He started, like 2 days in a row, he started trying to climb out, and we're like, this is dangerous. Like, you're done.
Yeah.
But, like, come and gone.
Yep.
He had his last night in his crib, you know?
That was it. He's not a baby anymore. He's turning into a little boy.
Oh my gosh, with baby gates everywhere now.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, comes with the territory.
Having multiple story houses.
Yeah, how many? We got 6 baby gates throughout our house.
Just on the level with the bedrooms, we have
3. And then 2 down here, and then 1 up on the 4th. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I mean, you got to do it, though.
You do. Because, like, with him not being in the crib anymore, he could wander out of his room at night.
I mean, he already rolls off his bed every 20 minutes.
Poor dude. It's, like, on the floor currently. We were debating getting a bed frame right away, and then I was like, I think we just need to give him some time.
Yeah,
to adjust.
He does really well, though. He puts himself back to sleep. He doesn't cry about it.
He rolls off the bed like 6 times a night.
Yeah, and then he just gets back up and tries to figure, tries to figure out his life.
To, like, he thought his beanbag chair was his bed at one point, and he tried to, like, curl up on there.
I mean, we could put up some kind of side rail so it doesn't, like...
Yeah.
But, I don't know. I think he'll get used to it, and he's in a much bigger bed. It's not, like...
Yeah, we put him in, like, a twin.
Because his baby mattress is, like...
The crib mattress is much smaller.
Mattress is much smaller. But he was outgrowing it rather quickly, so...
Yeah, I did that with Enzo, too. I kind of skipped the crib mattress toddler bed. I just went straight to...
Do you remember Enzo when he was Rhett's age, and then those long nights, and he'd fall asleep, and then he'd wake up just screaming for hours.
It's almost the age Rhett is now, yeah.
He would scream for hours.
Yeah.
And, like, I'd have to leave for work at like 4 a.m.
And it would be like 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah, and he would scream for hours, and I would just sit there and like try and calm this kid, but he was just so distraught. Do you
remember we would take like turns?
Yep. And then I'd have to go to work at like 5.
And that was when we were freshly dating. Man, you really loved me.
Yeah, I fucking hung in there, man. Yeah, you're lucky, man.
What made you be like, this is worth it?
We had this discussion yesterday. You were my dream.
Aww.
So I wanted to hold on to that dream.
Aww.
I was given an opportunity.
For your dream girl?
For my dream to come true. And I wasn't going to fuck that up by walking because it was hard.
Aww.
And I haven't yet.
That's so, you're going to make me cry.
Life isn't exactly easy. But I love it.
Yeah. It's crazy though when I look back and think about like we've been dating less than 6 months, and when you would stay the night and that would happen, like you just fucking rolled with it and we're like, yep.
Now I went to work all fucking like, oh. I'd have to stop and get like fucking all sorts of coffees and fucking a Monster and try and get through the day. I was in mind you, I was in construction. I was a carpenter. I was in the field.
Running saws.
I was running saws. I was exhausted for like a year. I was like, holy shit, is this really what it's like? But, I mean, eventually he came around. I don't know where the shift was. I think it was when we moved out of the apartment into that house we rented.
Yeah, because we were all in one bedroom in the apartment.
Yeah, we shared wow, we came from a one-bedroom apartment.
Uh-huh, yeah.
We've come a long way.
Yeah.
Right? It was a grind. It was a lot of work, though.
Yeah.
I mean...
That apartment was less than $1,000 a month.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Come a long way.
Yeah, we've come a long way.
But, yeah, so he shared a room with us in the one-bedroom apartment.
Because he would still do his scream fits in the house we rented. But it was far and few between.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you'd have to go sleep in his room with him.
Yeah, but we gave him... So we moved him into his own room, we gave him a queen-size bed. So that because we had a twin in the apartment that he was on, but he fell out of it all the time anyway.
Yeah.
And we gave him a queen size in the house that we rented so that we could go and lay with him.
Plus, we had started doing what we call Enzo bedtime playlist, which was a bunch of just lullabies.
It was like piano music.
And and he still uses it today. Like he's almost 9 years old and he still uses it at night. Like it helps him.
His body just knows.
Yeah.
Because he's had it for so long.
But, man, that was some tough times, man. That was some tough times.
I still am like, how did you hang in there?
I don't know.
Man.
I don't know.
I love it.
I think but I mean, it really calloused me. Like,
yeah.
This parenting thing is not easy. Like, by any, like, again, we joke about it, but it's, what we call 80-20, or now it's like 90-10,
No, it's not.
But it's like 80-20. Like 80% of the time it's
really hard.
It is extremely difficult. It is a huge grind. It is exhausting. It's an emotional roller coaster. But 20% of the time, they are the sweetest things, the cutest moments, and it makes it that 20% of the time makes that 80% of the time worth it. Yeah. Right? And it doesn't seem like a lot, but 20%, but when you're in those moments of the 20%, it changes your whole outlook on it.
Yeah.
And anyone with kids probably, can agree to that.
Well, it's like Arlo. He comes out of his shell and gets so excited after Rhett's in bed, and it's just him. Yeah, and he can be the center of attention. Right now, I mean, Rhett demands a lot of attention. But he loves that solo, because he craves that solo time. Yeah, he does. And so he becomes like pure magic that lasts like 30 minutes before we put him in bed, when it's just him, and he's just so excited, and he wants to he loves to roughhouse with you now, and giggles and stuff like that. Yeah, because typically if you're not here and it's just me and him wrestle. Yeah. And I mean, we roughhouse a little bit. I mean, and I think he loves it. Oh my gosh, he totally loves it. So, I mean, he's not delicate little newborn now. No. He still have to be careful, obviously, but I read somewhere about dads and children roughhousing. Yeah. And they said that it's extremely important because it helps show the kids the limit to the roughhousing. Like, you can roughhouse. Yeah. But to have restraint, right? And not, hurt somebody. Yeah. Right? So I've been trying to do a lot more of that with him and Rhett, showing them that it's okay to roughhouse a little bit. Yeah. But there is a limit. There is a limit to it. So yeah, I do a lot more reading about how to be a parent. I've noticed. Aww. That's awesome. I sit there when I'm on my phone sometimes scrolling, I'm like, how do I be a better dad? Oh, that's awesome. So anyway, I don't know. These kids grow fast. So they say, what's that song? Don't blink. Yeah. Yeah, man. It is so true. I can't believe Enzo is going to be 9 soon.
He is. He's thriving in school. Like, he does really well in school.
He still has straight A's.
Still straight A's.
He grade skipped a year, and he still has
yeah.
high A's aside from one class.
Yeah.
High A's. It's bananas.
I mean, the kid's crushing it, and
it's cool. Like, he went on a field trip recently with school to the zoo, and there's a picture of him just, like, walking, and I just look at him in that photo, and I'm like, when did you grow up?
Yeah.
Like, he is matured. Even when we're looking at the pictures of, like, Rhett and Arlo when they were babies, Enzo holding them in those photos, like, Enzo has grown up so much.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, like, he was 6 when he had just turned 6 when Rhett was born. And, like, 6 to 9 is a huge mental jump. Huge. Like, your 9-year-old is nowhere near where your 6-year-old is from a mental standpoint.
No.
So it's crazy to see, like, how much he's grown up, and I'm excited for when he comes back, being able to I feel like we're starting to hit more of a rhythm. So, like, we went and got aquarium memberships, an annual membership to the aquarium. And, we're excited about, like, taking him. It
was difficult when the first couple months the first month he was here, because we had just moved here.
Yeah.
And we were still trying to get the lay of the land. We were waiting on, we had just gotten our stuff, I think.
Yeah, we got our stuff like a week prior.
Yeah, I mean, we were still just trying to figure out how to be here.
Yeah.
And now I think we're in a little bit more of a routine. It's kind of hard on him because his routine's going to be a little bit different from his dad's house. Mm-hmm. I mean, we don't necessarily know what that routine looks like there, but we're trying to put him in a routine here.
Yep.
I know he didn't leave here on the greatest of terms. I mean, he actually, so I retract that. He left here on much better terms. We struggled for a week up until he was leaving with some stuff, and we
the last, like, 4 days were really good.
Yeah, the last 4 days were good. He kind of, I think, started to realize, oh man, like.
And you have to think, so this rotation is a lot of magic. He'll be here for Christmas.
Yep.
He'll be here for Arlo's first birthday, which we have to start figuring out what to do for that.
Mm-hmm.
He'll be here for his birthday.
Yeah.
Your birthday.
Yeah.
Like, it's a lot of magic in this rotation.
Yeah.
So I think it's our job to just help make it as magical as possible.
That's what I said. That's where the decorations and the food and making it feel like Christmas here would help.
Yeah.
So whatever.
But yeah, so we got the aquarium passes, and I'm excited to take him because I think he's really gonna like it. Because he liked the aquarium in Arizona, and this aquarium's like.
Yeah, we got to decide how we want to work that out because Rhett was.
No, I think we have to do it when Rhett's at daycare.
Yeah, Rhett won't be able to go. I don't think he liked it, so I had to carry him through the whole thing, and that thing was massive.
Yeah.
I'd rather not have to do that.
No, I think it's going to be a when Rhett's at daycare kind of situation.
But you should take him to the zoo here because they have a pretty good zoo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm excited for it. I want to. It's going to be fun.
We've got a lot of cool things to look forward to, a lot of family things. So in Phoenix, we didn't, have anybody, like family-wise. Like, we had to make our own family. And the holidays were kind of lonely as a family, right? And
because we're hosting Thanksgiving now, and we're hosting Christmas.
My mom was there, and she did the best she could.
Yeah.
But she still she has her own life, and we only saw her on I think Christmas Day maybe.
Yeah.
And we were only there for a couple hours, so I think here it might be a little bit different. So looking forward to that, to see what that's like.
Yeah, my cousin and his wife are staying the night before Thanksgiving, so they can do like all day Thanksgiving with us. And then my other cousin and his lady are stopping by for Thanksgiving food. And then we're hosting Christmas, and I think we're going to have people stay the night Christmas Eve.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
It's going to be busy.
And we'll have Christmas morning. I think everyone's going to come over at some point Christmas morning, and then we're making like a Christmas lunch-ish. Instead of doing a big family dinner, we're going to do like a Christmas lunch.
Which makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
we got a lot going on, a lot to look forward to, and yeah.
You and I might have a night away.
We might, yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah, we got to figure out what we're going to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, get a date night in there.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be magical. Anyway. Well, appreciate you listening. Tuning in to us.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Have a great week and a great Thanksgiving, and we'll see you next week.
All right. Bye.